Hey, what's up? This is Jeremy, founder of QuickMail.io. Today, I'd like to give you my 3 tips for cold email in 2019. Those come from analyzing more than 50 million cold emails being sent with my platform in 2018. Number 1, pay attention to who you're contacting. Way too often people acquire lists not really knowing who they should contact and thinking that quantity is the answer to getting replies. Most people will tell you that cold email is a number game, and they would be right. But you should never favor quantity over quality, because if you do, you're gonna have problems sending. You're gonna be blocked, you're gonna end up in spam list, or you're definitely not going to inbox and end up in the spam folder of your prospects. That's not what you want. So you want to pay more attention to your research and your prospecting phase. Rather than picking up a broad list and doing the shotgun approach, pick up a few criteria that will be indicative of someone who will search for your solution. So for example, if you're having an HR software, look at people who are growing, maybe a company that's been recently founded or a company that are advertising multiple job positions opening. That will be a good indicator and you have a much better chance of success. Number 2, don't stress over the subject line. Yeah, sure enough, if people don't open your email, then they're not going to be able to reply. But you shouldn't go for the clickbait kind of approach. So if I say, your wife is in the hospital, of course, people are going to open the email if they got a wife, of course. But that's not the point. You want your subject line to be a contract between you and your reader. So if my subject line is quick question, I shouldn't send you an email that contains like 50 different pages. So if my subject line is a quick question, you want your email to be quick. Quick question is my favorite one, but if you're contacting employees, drop the company name, so quick question about company. That way people feel compelled to open the email and at least read a bit to figure out if this is something they should forward to upper management or it's relevant to them. And finally, point number 3, don't try to sell on the first email. Instead, take 1 or 2 steps back in the sales process and start to think about how can I open a conversation. As an example, rather than selling to someone, instead ask them if they have this problem, ask them if this is something that they're struggling with, and that will give you a much greater chance of having a reply that you can work with. And put yourself in the shoes of the recipients. No one likes to be sold to. But if you followed point number 1, which is about making sure you're contacting the right people that will resonate with your offer, it's going to be much easier to write something that is reader focused instead of writer focused. And that way, that should give you a much greater reply rate. That's it for today. Happy cold emailing.